Hello YouTube, back with the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Review, and today I'm reviewing the Dark Magician, another classic monster from the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, the one that basically we got on Kids WB and all that. And as you can see, the Dark Magician, of course, is an iconic monster of Yu-Gi-Moto, and this is the iconic artwork of the Dark Magician from the starter deck Yugi. But as for the monster itself, it's not that great. I mean, yes, it's gotten a bunch of support over the years, much like Dark Magician or Blue Eyes White Dragon, but it's kind of underwhelming. I mean, for a level 7 monster, it's not very strong. It's barely it's about as strong as the pieces that make up Gate Guardian, and those aren't good either. The only thing Dark Magician has going for it are a couple of support cards that are kind of sort of restrained to it. I mean, it's gotten cards like Eternal Soul, and it's gotten Dark Magic Attack, but that was a long time ago. But, I mean, overall, you have to build a deck around it just to have it be good. I mean, that's pretty bad. Blue Eyes White Dragon, on the other hand, can be played on its own. It's got Honest. You can... I mean, some of the same combos you can do with the Dark Magician, you can do with Blue Eyes, and thus have a better... get a better result out of it. I mean, yeah, it's got 2100 defense and 2500 attack, and it's also dark, so it'll benefit from things that revolve around dark, but Blue Eyes can do it around light. And it's much stronger. It's a level 8 with 3000 attack and 2500 defense. It's like... It's almost basically no contest as to who would win in that regard, for the most part. I mean, yes, some of the support for Blue Eyes is restrained to itself. It's better because Blue Eyes is by default better. Dark Magician really does not have the... I mean, it's no wonder why nobody really uses Dark Magician these days. I mean, yeah, you'll see it in tournaments, but even then, I disregard that because all that proves is people don't know how to build something that's original. I mean, Dark Magician isn't exactly a new concept. I mean, people have been building that for years. And the monster itself, just apart from being iconic to the show, really does not hold itself in a duel. I mean, you've got a ways to search it out, but most of them are pretty slow. I mean, Skilled Dark Magician can search it out, bring it out, but it takes 3 spell counters, and unless you actually have 3 spell counter cards in your hand or can somehow make that happen, you're not going to get anything out of it. It's pretty underwhelming as a whole. I mean, yes, you can build a deck around it, but as I said, it doesn't matter because it's not good. There's nothing that you could say that could change my mind regarding, because any deck that's top tier right now, it doesn't matter because you don't. All it proves is if you're entering a tournament, and you're running a deck that everyone else is running, you're copying them, which means you don't have the skill to run anything original, which means it doesn't matter how good your deck actually is in a tournament. The fact that you're winning means, of course, it's not really a surprise when you factor in that. It's just a field full of the same deck. Of course you're going to win. But nobody really runs the Dark Magician. Dark Magician sucks as a whole. I mean, it was okay for its time and probably legendary because it was one of the first known monsters to be released. But, I mean, even back then, it was harder to get on the field because there was very few ways to get it on the field without tribute summoning. I mean, and all the ways that you could have gotten around that were hard to get. Monsters Born. I knew it was easily capable of being destroyed by any number of cards. Trap Hole, Torrential Tribute, although, of course, arguably, Torrential Tribute didn't come out until Labyrinth of Nightmare, but either way. It's highly vulnerable. I mean, it pretty much sucks as a whole. I mean, all the support for it is directly supported for it, which means they all suck just as much. It would have to be pretty darn game-breaking to make Dark Magician actually playable on its own, but it's not going to happen. Because Konami really doesn't seem to care about making cards that are generic. They care only about making cards specific to a theme. So when you get right down to it, doesn't matter how many cards Dark Magician gets, it will never be better than Blue Eyes White Dragon. Ever. So that's my review on the Dark Magician. Thanks for watching.